Welcome to the A to Z quilling series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a penguin for the letter P. To make a penguin, we will need 3 strips of white quilling paper, 3 full strips, 5 strips of black quilling paper, and 1 full strip of orange quilling paper. Okay. You will also need some glue, a pair of scissors, a quilling pen, and a ruler. To start, the first thing we will do is separate the strips into the different parts of the body. So I have 2 full black strips for the head, 2 white strips for the body, and 2 full strips also, out of which I have removed some. I'll explain that to you. I have also taken out 1 full strip and made it half for the 2 arms of the penguin. Out of one of the strips that I've used for the body, I have cut out 2 1-inch strips for the eyes. Along with that, you will also need 2 2-inch strips for the eyes. You will need 2 4-inch strips of orange for the feet and another 4-inch strip for the beak. Now let's put all of this aside and work on one part at a time. So we'll start working with the body first, right? So let's put everything else away. To start work on the body, the first thing we have to do is stick all of these strips together so that we have one long big strip. So join all of them, join the 2 blacks, and then at the end join the white also, so that we have one long strip of black and white. Now that we have our long strip of black and white ready, right? It's going to be a really long strip, which is great because we want our colors to show out really well on the penguin. So once we have our long strip ready, we are going to start rolling this, and we're going to start from the white end. Remember to roll carefully, because it's a lot of paper that you're going to be rolling. It's quite a big roll that you're going to get. Once you have your roll, just let it loose a little bit, right? So we are going to keep the tension in place and we're going to let it open out a little bit, right? Once we have it open as much as we'd like it to be, so say about that much, I'm going to bring all of this together and stick it up. That's going to be our body. We'll come back to this later, so put it away, and now we're going to start work on the head. Take the 2 strips that we had kept aside for the head, and we're going to repeat the same thing, stick them together so that we have one long strip. Now that the long strip is ready, you're going to roll this out again too. So roll this one out and roll it out nice and tight. Take this one off and loosen it out a little bit. Let it loosen out just a little bit, not too much, because this is going to form the head. So we want it to be, kind of compact and tight. We also want the black to really show. So if you keep it a little tight and controlled, the black will show up really well. And that's going to be our head. Now put that away too. The next thing we're going to do is make the eyes. Now to make the eyes, take the 2 white strips that we took and the 2 black strips, and we're going to stick these together so that we get 2 long, again we're going to lengthen these strips like that so that we have a black and white strip. So stick 1 black and 1 white strip together. Now that you have your strips ready, we're going to start rolling it, and we're going to start rolling from the black end. This one's going to be a tight roll and you're going to seal it off before taking it off the quilling needle. That's our two eyes. The next thing we're going to do is the wings or the arms of the penguin. So take the two black strips that we kept for the arms and start rolling these out. Let it loose a little bit. We want it to be a little loose but not too much, so maybe about that much, and then you're going to seal it off. Repeat for the next one. Make sure both your arms are of the same size. So compare the two and make sure that they are approximately the same size, and then go ahead and seal that up too. Now we do the last few parts of the penguin before we kind of put it all together. So you have the 3 orange strips that you're going to have to roll out now, and you're going to try and keep all of them really small, so about half the circle size of the wings. Now that we have all the parts of our penguin ready, it's time to start putting it all together and bringing it to life. So let's assemble our penguin, right? The head stays the same. We're not going to change anything in the head. Let's take the body. Now what you need to do is, when you're forming the body, pull the center towards one side so that you get a nice shape. Then you're going to make it like a little U. So form a U, and once you form that U, you're now going to press down from the center, right? So like that, right? And just tweak the edges slightly so that you get that, okay? And you're going to also bend it down a little bit, so bring your edges together so that you get a little U, okay? So that's how it will look. We're now going to do the arms. So for the arms, again, pull the center to one side and then gently squeeze from the other end so that you get a leaf-like shape, okay, like that. Repeat it for the next one. For the beak, choose your beak, and for the beak, what you're going to do is you're going to make this a triangle. So we're going to squeeze from one side, okay, and squeeze down from the other side so that we get a little triangle. Yeah, there we go, okay. And for the feet, we're going to repeat the same thing. We're going to make triangles again. So squeeze from one side and gently press down from the other, and then squeeze the point so that you get a nice little triangle, okay. There we go. Now we're going to put all of this together. So let's put the head on top of the body. You have the arms that would come on the side and 2 feet, okay, and the beak and the eyes, which we will put in last. So let's get started with sticking all of this together and bringing it all together. Let's get started. Take the head and put in some glue on one side, and then we're going to stick it to the body. So put in a little bit of glue. If there's a little more, that's fine. Okay. Now we're going to do the arms. So take each arm, take the pointed end and put in some glue here and bring it together with the body. Okay, like that. Okay. Repeat the same thing on the other side. The next thing we're going to stick is the feet. So put some glue on the feet and bring it together on the side, right? So we're going to keep it towards the bottom and one on each side. The next thing we're going to do is the eyes. Now for the eyes are a little tricky because what you're going to have to do is pull the roll a little bit down and you're going to push the eyes inside like that. Okay, so you're going to put in glue on all sides and then gently push it in so that it sticks on the inside, and we're going to do the same thing for both the eyes. So let's give that a try, right? So glue on the sides and then gently push that in like that. Okay, now we're going to repeat the same thing for the other eye too. There you go. So now that you've got the eyes in place, the next thing we're going to do is put in the beak. Take the little triangle that we have in orange, put in some glue on one side, right? So we're going to put glue all over it nicely, right? And then we're going to stick that down just below the eyes, right? So there we go. Yes, right? And that's our penguin. And that is a penguin for the letter P as a part of the A to Z quilling series that I'm doing with Mrs. B of YellowMellowLife. It's now going to be her turn next week, so watch out for a video next Wednesday from her on the letter Q. If you'd like to see more videos in the A to Z series that we've done until now, all the links are in the description below. You can also connect with me on various other channels. You'll find links in the description below. And if you'd like to stay up to date or get updates on when my videos get posted, hit the subscribe button below. That's about it from me today. Bye-bye.